Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So excited to have you guys back here. This is Lizzie from theafrocoach.com, helping you build a brandable, scalable, and bankable business. This is part 2 of the Building a Business, Not a Job series. Part 1 came out just a couple days ago. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure to click the little info card up ahead so you can watch that video and get caught up to speed. But part 1 was all about helping you understand how easy it is for entrepreneurs to fall into the trap of building a job, where you jump on that hamster wheel and you just get to work doing task after task after task, taking everything on your own and just grinding as hard as you can, hoping that eventually when you hop off that hamster wheel, you're at your destination, you're at that vision you had for your business. But 9 times out of 10, using that approach is just going to keep you working 24/7 until you burn out and close up shop. So we discussed what that looks like and how you can avoid that in part 1, and today for part 2 we're talking about my personal 5-step process that I walk through with my one-on-one clients to help them vision set the business. So being able to understand exactly what they want their life and their business to look like, and then walking that backwards so that we understand the tasks, the strategies, the solutions that they have to put in place in order to make sure that they are doing only the work that's going to get them towards that vision, nothing more, nothing less. So if you're excited for that, please let me know by leaving a comment just saying, hey, I'm excited. Let me know what your favorite step is, as well as liking and subscribing to the channel so that you can get more tips and videos like this. With that, I will take it back to past Lizzie to tell you those 5 steps for vision setting. Do that. So I'm going to walk you through a shortened version of the exercise that I take my clients through on how you can set up this vision so that you can set up your business as a business. So number 1 is identify your goals. We're not just talking about a laundry list of what you're hoping and what you're wanting out of your business. This is not resolutions. What we're doing is we're actually mapping out and painting the picture of what your life will look like when your business is operating in the way that you want it to be doing. So how much time are you spending with your family? How many trips are you taking in the year? Where are you going? Do you have a house in one of these places that you're visiting? How much money is it going to take to do that? Do you want to start a nonprofit? How much money is it going to take to do that? We start tying these different things that you want out of your business to monetary value so that we know how much money you need to be making in your business consistently in order to make that vision a reality. Like I said before, having a very clear vision is going to help tie back to specific strategies and goals that you need in order to make that vision a reality. Number 2 is auditing your current business operations and seeing where the gaps are that is stopping you from getting to that vision we just laid out. So this is where we go through with a fine-tooth comb what operations look like day to day and what those tasks are, what those habits are like, and start being able to see where the shifts need to be made. For example, if you want to make $10,000 and only work 20 hours a week, but currently you're working probably about 40-50 hours a week and barely making 5K, we need to look at what tasks you are doing that can be delegated or systemized. We need to look at your product line. Are you charging enough, or do you have so many products that it's almost confusing and overwhelming for the client and for you to be able to pick which one is right for them? We need to look at your promotional channels, like what is and isn't working to the best of your ability. We start looking at all those things, and then we can start seeing where those gaps are, where you are needing to get a bridge to get closer to that reality. Number 3 is design the MVP solution. And MVP stands for minimum viable product. So looking at the gaps that you have, what is the simplest solution that you can implement that is going to give you the greatest impact in your business and the greatest impact for your clientele? A common mistake that happens here, especially when it comes to service-based entrepreneurs, is that they think that unless they are offering all the things personally from them to the customer isn't going to feel that relationship or connection with your business. But that could be furthest from the truth. Like, you cannot think that you have to spend all of your energy and time personally curating every single thing for the client, because that's just not sustainable, as you've probably already figured out. So instead, focus on the things that light you up, focus on the tasks that make you feel good, and make sure those are the things that you're doing, because that is what's going to give the best possible solution for your clients. And yeah, cut everything else, which brings us to number 4. You've got to cut the bloat. You can't keep adding things and adding marketing strategies and adding more work onto your plate, because you just simply cannot do it all. When you cut the bloat and actually systemize delegate and automate those things, all of a sudden you got a lot more time on your hands to actually do the things that you're really good at. For me, for example, I was spending so much time on client onboarding. It was actually sad, guys. I was spending hours putting together the contract every single time for each person, sending them the email, the onboarding email, going back and forth in the DMs, explaining to them all the expectations and the rules, etc. and so forth. Finally, I just ended up systemizing all of that stuff. I actually don't end up talking with my new customers until they sign up for that first onboarding call with me. And it's great because then I can show up on that call ready to go, tons of energy to be able to just pour into them, as opposed to me being so tired because I stayed up all night trying to get all of their onboarding pieces together. So think about what you can cut from your daily tasks and be able to delegate to a team member, be able to systemize, so be able to put it into a systematic automation so that it can do it on its own. Think of the best way that you can take those tasks off your plate so that you can only focus on what you are really good at and be able to progress your business forward. Number 5 is plan and execute. All right, so now you have your vision, you know exactly where the gaps are that's stopping you from getting that vision currently, and you know the MVP of what you need to work on and what everybody else needs to work on in your business, whether that is a team or systems that you can put in place. So now we can break those things down into monthly, weekly, or even daily tasks. So instead of you constantly being on this hamster wheel, doing all this work, hoping that once you step up, maybe the hamster wheel will keep going on its own, you've now built in tasks that you know for a fact are getting you closer to your vision. All of a sudden, you're working in a business now. You're working only on the things that light you up. You've systemized everything else. You can take a break and your business is still going to do its thing. Making sure to check in on this process monthly so that you are always knowing if you're still on track without going months and not realizing that you've gotten anywhere fast is also going to be really key here. So with that is really my 5-step process in helping you vision set and break down how to build your business into a business and not just a job. Mind you, this is a much shorter, condensed version of what I do with my clients, but this is going to help you exponentially being able to change course in your business and make sure that you're actually scaling and growing to the way that you want to and the way that you envisioned it. Because I know you guys didn't get into this business because you wanted another job. I know you didn't get into this because you wanted to work 24/7. You got into this for freedom. And when you build your business this way, that is where you're going to be headed. All right, so you've done the audit, you know your vision, you know your gaps, you're starting to break down the MVP and start breaking down the tasks. But you're like, I still need some information. Like, I still need to know, like, which strategies to do. I still have some knowledge gaps here. Where do I go to get those? That is absolutely what coaches and courses are for. That is what our resources are available for. However, you need to know what information is going to be best suited for you and which strategies are going to work best for the vision you are building, not the vision of somebody else's vision. So for you to be able to figure that out, you first need to understand what type of entrepreneur that you are. What are your key zones of geniuses? Like, where do you really sit in terms of strengths and weaknesses so that you know which strategies are going to help you bridge that gap and be able to get you moving even faster in your business progression. That is what we're actually going to be talking about in the next video, where we're going to be breaking down my custom framework that's going to help you identify not only your strengths and weaknesses as an entrepreneur, but also help you build the custom strategies that are going to work uniquely for you in your business to help you be able to grow and scale to that vision that you have. But if you want to see that, you got to make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and leave a comment below of what that vision is. I want to know what you're working towards and what you are going to be able to achieve so that I can cheer you on here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in that next video.